Alright, Shalom Akim. I'd like to say Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rcha Kodash, double honors the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell, and peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. So read this article I came across. It said Putin signs law suspending INF treaty with US. Alright, it say US Air Force ground crew secure weapons and other components of an MQ-9 Reaper drone after it returned from a that is something else. They say Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a law suspending the Cold War era INF treaty, right? And we know them was going at it up to until the time where they signed the treaty for the Cold War, right? And that is when Russia really kind of went at ease, they kind of submit in a sense. Right, so Putin announced in February that he would halt participation in the treaty after Washington's abrupt decision to pull out of the agreement. And there's a rift that going back and forth with them constantly because right now the two of them one dominion. You understand? They say the Trump administration announced last October that the US would pull out of the treaty, which had been a cornerstone of European security since its signing in 1987. They say Moscow later promised a mirror response to the decision and said it would suspend its own participation, right? They say the treaty eliminated nuclear and conventional ground-launched ballistic and cruise missiles while with ranges of 500 to 5,500 kilometers. So the treaty, it consists of them not being able to make missiles to reach certain distances. They say both sides have repeatedly accused each other of violating its terms, right? And we know America has had the biggest part to play when it comes to things like that because they're always making agreements with people and breaking it. They say abandoning the deal, Trump said the US would terminate the agreement and then develop the weapons. So they're not only terminating the agreement, but they're developing the same weapons that the agreement went against. They say Putin later said Russia would be forced to do the same. Because we know right now there's a power struggle between these two kingdoms. Call them kingdoms. Let's call them these two kings. You see these two kings. There's a power struggle between these two kings. You see Ezekiel 38. I'll start from 2. It say Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Right? And Gog, the land of Magog, that refers to what they call modern day Russia. Right? They say, and say, thus saith the Lord, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And there's something you even seeing happening with them right now. You're seeing all these other nations joining onto them and actually increasing the army. See, Just like how the scriptures talk about, it said, let the weak say, I am strong. Back in the days with the Hiroshima, it didn't have much nations that could go against America at that point in time. But now, when you look, everybody have, well, except my country, but a lot of other countries have nuclear capability. And they're actually making alliances with Russia and China. So right now, they are not nations to meddle against. And they're trying to build our army more and more because, according to prophecy, you understand, the nations would turn against the great whore, which is America, and destroy it. You know, and I think it consumes your flesh and burn it with fire. Just paraphrasing. Say Trump floated the idea of signing a new nuclear agreement with Russia after an hour-long phone call with Putin in May. He said the White House said at the time that a new deal could either be a new multilateral the new multilateral accord between the US, Russia, and China. Already and that is two of the US biggest foes right now, Russia and China. Say, or the extension of the current US Russia strategic nuclear accord. They say Washington and Moscow are working to organize a meeting between Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov and US Undersecretary of State Andrea Thompson to discuss issues of strategic security, according to reports from Russian media. And when they talk about strategic security, that they're already, like in the world, when a woman say she has something to talk to you about, that means that it's some shit that you had to do. All these meetings that America trying to make with Russia and China and these other countries is not to say what they going and work on, it's to tell you what you had to work on. Really and truly, that is spirit of America. They want you to submit to what it is they want you to submit to. I even hear it on an interview from Trump's own mouth, where he say nobody should be able to have nuclear capability besides him. If I'm paraphrasing it properly, but that is what he was trying to get around to. You understand? But we constantly seeing tensions between the US and Russia acting up. You understand? Even through things like with Venezuela and so forth. And then you see that to calm down and let it go, because they know that would escalate to something that they didn't want. Because Russia and China wasn't backing down. But just like the scriptures talk about, it said the Lord putting hooks in the jaws. So at some point in time, you will stir up something to actually create that conflict. And after that conflict is created, America will be wiped out, according to prophecy. Alright? Anyway, with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, that was the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rubel, and peace and salutation to the Hakim around the world that push the truth and sincerity. Hakim Shalom.